back. BigGuyTreadmillReview.com. I'm Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. Hi, this is Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Review, and today we're going to be talking about the Spirit Fitness XT685 treadmill. Just wanted to right off the bat, because I just said this before the take started, just want to say this. I think it's kind of a pretty treadmill. I know that's not normally something we obsess over in these reviews. It's more on how it feels, how it performs. But I do think it's a pretty good looking treadmill in a lot of ways. You know, the aluminum railing, things of that nature. It is a big, kind of beefy build to it, but not like overbuilt. Aside from maybe here, this is definitely a little overbuilt for me, but we'll go into that. Anyway, so going into some of the features of this treadmill, we have a 4 horsepower motor. It is a light commercial tread. So you're at home, you're going to get 10 years on parts, 1 year on labor. But if you were using this in a personal training studio or a physical therapy clinic, hotel, you would actually still get a 5-year warranty with 1 year of labor as well. So kind of cool. It's always nice to get on some of these little higher end items. This is essentially a high-end sole. So Dyco Industries, which you find sole products in most of the Dick's Sporting Goods and of course online. That's kind of their lower end stuff. And again, I say lower end not to be mean, rude, callous in any way. We've actually reviewed some soles and they've done rather well for what they are. But Spirit, actually, I don't know why I'm so pumped, but I have notoriety here. I'm a huge soccer fan, and Edison Cavani, from when he was at Man United, was actually doing his fitness test on a Spirit treadmill, and I had never reviewed one. And so, of course, my guys are like, oh, we're on Reddit. We're looking through all of our stuff. We're looking at what people are researching online, and people keep asking about this one Spirit treadmill. And I'm like, dude, get it, right? Like, let's do it. So anyway, that's my excitement for this treadmill. It's got a little variety from a player who played at a soccer team that I don't even support 7 years ago or something like that. But anyway, this treadmill does have a pretty large roller on the back, a 3-inch roller. So oversized rollers are nice because they typically provide a little more of the belt touching, which gives it a little bit better drag, which helps with weight. This is a 277-pound treadmill when it's fully built. You've got a 22-inch wide deck. You've got 60 inches in length. It does really go into in their specs, they harp on the waxed deck with a 2-ply belt. So we have a little thicker belt for cushioning. We've got a waxed deck and again, by price point, right? We have a $3,000 treadmill. It is a weird price point, but I'll talk about that in a sec. But by price point, we know that these parts are a little nicer, right? Like you're getting a belt that's probably a $300-$400 belt instead of $120 belt. You're getting a nicer deck. So it should last a lot longer with, that wax impregnation and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and let's jump up on it. Again, standing right here. I've got good space. I'm wide. Again, going over my personal specs. I'm 298 right now. I'm 6'4". So just straight big boy in a lot of ways. And I like to have a little bit more space. Starts nice and slow. Let's go ahead and kick it up to a 2.0. So my initial impression of walking on it from this angle, again, is very similar. Like, it looks really nice. We've got really nice powder-coated paint on here. It's got a glossy finish. You've got the aluminum. And then I come to this one part, and the only thing that I just don't like big, bulky consoles. Like, it's in your face. I don't really like that. But it does have a tablet holder, so you're going to provide your own device. You're going to be able to watch Hulu, Netflix, or connect to an app. Of course, this is going to work with the Spirit Plus app, so it's going to work with the Spirit Fitness's app, which may have a subscription. I don't know. Again, we don't really get into all that app stuff because it changes so frequently, but it does have FTMS Bluetooth, which is a really cool feature. Again, provide your own tablet, provide your own iPad, whatever you need to do. And walking on it, by the way, right now feels pretty good. Let's go ahead and kick up a incline. It's got 15 levels of incline. And again, it has a lot of like hotkeys right here, very easy to use. It's got the safety right here. Again, everything's really simple. Now, these are kind of interesting. This little, you're going to see this, like everybody wants to come up with their own kind of gimmick in a way, but I don't think that this is a bad thing. If you like it, if this is something you really like, cool. If I was like running and I swing my arms wide, I might hit my knuckles here. Just thinking out loud, but we're still raising up. Really, really quiet lift motor. I actually was like looking down because I didn't even know if it was still lifting, and it is. But super, super quiet. Feels pretty good. Right now I'm walking at 1.8. Okay, very cool. So not too bad. It does have a child lock on the console here as well, so that's kind of cool. I'm sure you just hit and hold it, and that unlocks. Again, I didn't go into all those details. Let me go over this back down, because right now, you know, it's surviving the walk at an incline test, which is cool. A lot of people like that. It's a good fat burn, things of that nature. This is not a folding treadmill. So if anybody's hoping that there's gonna be that moment when I show you how compact it gets, it doesn't. Not a typical feature of a light commercial or a full commercial treadmill. Again, we've done some crazy high-end treadmills like Life Fitness, and 3G Cardio has their Elite Runner, which is a big, bulky treadmill. They just don't fold. And there's a reason for that. If you're in a commercial environment, you really don't want people folding up treadmills, and there's a liability to it. And also from a design standpoint, we get a little bit more of a sustainable treadmill like this. Let's go on and let's go ahead and pump it up. I'm going to do a little less talking when I'm running. Just going to let you hear it, see me thump at it, use all my weight, and let's just see how it goes. We're going up to 6.0. Pretty standard for the review. Let me crank it up. Let's go 8. Let me hold my my mic. Dude, oh, that was my shoe. Cool. My initial impression of kicking that bad boy up and getting the fire down on it, it's nice, right? Good reactivity. Got up to speed pretty dang quick. I'm happy with the Spirit. The XT685. Oh, my guys are always telling me, like, don't talk after you run on the thing. You know, you're all winded. I'm winded when I walk through the door. Anyway, so this thing totally lived up to it. It was the treadmill in the background that, like, right off the bat, I was like, ooh, we got it. And we did. This is a good treadmill. This is a really, really nice treadmill in my mind. Aesthetically, it's great. It's performed very well. The price point's the only thing, and then maybe the console of this bulky plastic, but the price point's weird. $3,000 puts you very, very close to like our top rated treadmill, right? An absolute freak beast, a full commercial beast. This is light commercial, right? It's a little smaller, but you know, you're not in that like, oh, it's a cheap treadmill, it's affordable. You're not in the, it's absurd, but it is close to where I could get on a treadmill that maybe lasts like 20, 25 years. With that said, really, really happy that we got this. Super, hey, Spirit, well done. It's our first Spirit treadmill. I'm very pumped. We have some reviews that we've done as well. Just go ahead and check them out. We've got some Spirit bikes. We've got Horizons, NordiTracks. We have tons of things from past videos. Like and subscribe. It's super, super important to us. It's super helpful. And it really gives us the feedback that you want more of these videos. And then let us know what you want too. So we like to listen to our people. We have people doing research on what people are looking at. What are the trends? What are the buying trends? What are the marketing trends? Who's trying to market you garbage and who's trying to market you something that's actually quality? Again, specialty fitness stores typically carry higher end brands like this. You know, like I said, Life Fitness, 3G Cardio, Pre-Core. These are bigger, higher end brands. But like and subscribe. It's big for us. Go to our website, Big Guy Treadmill Review. Check out all of our videos, all of our content. Do your own research. I'm not perfect. Not everything I say is the best thing, but I can tell you I'm not paid by these brands. They don't give me any money. I just give you my honest opinion. And then I do get a little bit of chicken. What are you going to do? So always a good thing, right? Again, this is Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. This was the Spirit XT685, and it did fantastic. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. Comment below saying I subscribed, and we will do our best to reply to every comment. BigGuyTreadmillReview.com